St. John Tonight with Matt Nooseman.
Tonight we have a special guest joining us via satellite. Please welcome Justin Trudeau. Hello, Mr. Prime Minister. I would like to thank you for joining us.
No problem at all, Matt. I like taking as much time off as possible from being an actual Prime Minister. Right after this, I'm thinking about cruising around in the jet, babe love it.
Are you concerned that people will question the amount of taxpayer money you're spending, taking the jet on your many, many vacations?
No, they're just jealous of me. They wish they could get away with the shit I do. I gave myself a raise this year, hooked up a few of my homies with an open bar paid by the taxpayers, and some hot babes. Matt, you never forget the babes.
It has been said that each one of your vacations have produced more carbon than the average Canadian uses in a year. What do you think about that?
Not this carbon tax thing again. Get over it, you bunch of stupid Canadians. Carbon tax is just a scam I put into place to keep paying for my trips, damn it. If it didn't, then it would have to come out of my own pockets. And I didn't run for Prime Minister just to spend my own money on things. My cabinet told me to call it the carbon tax. I wanted to call it the Trudeau money in my pocket tax. Trips, drinks, and babes don't come cheap,
Do you think that this will all catch up to you and will risk you losing the upcoming election?
Hell no. I'm not worried. I legalized weed just for that very reason. Canadians are too stoned to even care what's going on anymore. The more stoned they get, the better. Munchies, anybody? Catch you there too. Carbon tax, bitch. Snacks cost more. Even if I do lose, I've lined my pockets with so much corrupt money, I will leave it large while all you suckers suffer.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, for taking the time to talk to us tonight.
No big, Matt. Peace out. I'm Prime Minister, biatch.
Justin Trudeau, folks. In a recent story covered only here on St. John Tonight, Joe, 44, of Carbonear, Newfoundland, had found love, only to have it ripped away. In recent days, a flood tore through the tiny hamlet, taking everything in its wake. In an interview, Joe said,
"It was about 3 p.m. when I clambered out of my hammock, and I found I was neck deep in the water thereby. Then I realized Cat was nowhere to be found."
We also interviewed Joe's mother.
We're offering $34 and a half box of KFC to anyone who helps Joe find his love. I really hope he finds her. He's about to graduate grade 6. This is his 8th try. But this may ruin his chances of graduating before he's 65.
NB Cannibas reported a multi-million-dollar loss this year. When questioned why, Lara Wood had this to say.
Really, it's to the supply challenge.
How can Canada be all out? It's weed. It will grow anywhere. All it needs is water and sunshine. And honestly, if you ran out of water, you could literally just piss on it. It's weed. There must be another reason.
We really didn't anticipate them at this level. We knew it was a new industry and a new business.
A new industry? A new business? People have been smoking, growing, and selling since 500 BC. The only thing older than weed is prostitution. I hope for the sake of the sex trade, the Canadian government doesn't decide to open up shop. The Pokiok Pillocks recently brought home the gold medal in ping pong and the prestigious Blue Balls Trophy, which is only handed to the team who manages to thwart off the ping pong groupies trying to steal their innocence. We interviewed the team captain, Marvin Outhouse.
Thanks, Mr. Nooseman. I'm so honored to be on your show. Yeah, staying off all those beautiful chicks is really hard, but we all had each other's back, literally. I'm so honored to have blue balls. This one's for you, St. John.
In Suffolk County, UK, researchers have discovered that the shrimp in local streams have cocaine in their systems. When asked, Local authorities said,
After weeks of tireless investigation, we've concluded that local drug dealers were trying to create a new, highly addictive flavored water to be sold in stores this spring under the name of El Chapo's Tunnel Water.
every year St. John holds its Ugly Baby Contest, where the ugliest newborns from around the city are all gathered in one place and displayed in kennels to be judged on ugliness, fetching, and best British smile categories. We spoke to one of the judges, and he said,
I travel all over the Maritimes, and there are one or two that stand out. But here, judges drop like flies. The decision is very hard. Some even tried to gouge their own eyes out.
the winner receives a free consultation at Dr. McGillicuddy's New Face Emporium and a lifetime supply of condoms.
St. John, New Brunswick. Some people would call it a sleepy little city on the east coast of Canada, part of the Atlantic provinces. Most people in other parts of the world have never even heard of it. Most people in the rest of Canada don't really pay attention to it. But unlike most small cities, St. John harbors some dark secrets. Meet Parrtown, a halfway house in the heart of St. John, a place, some would say, for people to get a new fresh start, a place to begin that long struggle to integrate back into society. Like I said, some people. David Mabey, a longtime resident of St. John, had a totally different experience. He says that the system is corrupt to the core, and he's ready to speak out about it.
The parole system is flawed. When you take a guy like Mike Camper, who's running Parrtown CCC right now, who's committed perjury in order to keep his clients at the time, which is the people out on parole that would earn their right to be on parole, he committed perjury with the National Parole Board, got caught doing it on the National Parole Board with me, Dave Mabey, and at the end of the day, now he's still running their people's lives. What's wrong with our system? Is that what's wrong with the justice system with Chantal Albert, who is the National Parole Board down here? She's the administrator for this province, and she's allowed this individual who has committed perjury, which is a crime, to now run those people's lives. Tell me what's wrong.